hopefully we're green. I think we have 3
Exactly.
people.
At the time I did that, the clap, get a notification from Windows saying virus and blah, 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 check, blah, blah, you know. It's like, why? Notification.
Never know.
Mm.
You know these things go. You know Windows is.
Yeah, but I think it's green light here, isn't it? We're on. We're live. Hey, hello, everyone. Welcome to the beautiful podcast that is called That Beautiful Life, episode 223. Yeah, we have done quite a few episodes now. My name is Roger, and I'm talking all the way from Stockholm, Sweden. It's been a rainy day here today. And when I say rain, it's not like small things pouring down. It's been heavy rain back and forth. But as always, the beautiful Mr. Caduce Campbell, all the way from Reading, UK, chewing on something. I don't know what it is, but we'll get to know soon. How are you, my friend?
Oh, I just opened up screen on my computer to try to find the
gameplay.
Yeah, the gameplay I want to use for this episode.
Yeah,
it opened up on the wrong screen. I'm fine. I am fine. I'm good. I'm just having dinner. So you can tell us about your week, and then I'll do mine after, so that way I can finish up my dinner and have the energy to give a proper, energetic sort of thing. But recap, welcome to everyone.
Stuff. Yeah. I can start if you want to.
Go for it. Welcome to the chat, everyone in the chat. I think I see some comments from Nalu.
Hi, Nalu.
In the chat saying
spread the love. Rain. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's been raining here too. So yeah, let's get started. We'll jump into our weeks, and I will be eating while Roger starts.
Yeah, we take it from there. Get something into the belly of yours. Yep, it's been a week. It's been pretty good, I must say. I have to say. Yeah. A bit of mix of everything in my week. I've been continuing to work with what I do, and I try to stay on the grind with everything. We talked about these kind of routines before. Had some more sales when it comes to music. So it's been like 4 good weeks. I'm hoping it's a trend that will continue. That's nice. That's definitely nice. It's kind of interesting when you sell a piece of music that it's like horror ambient music, and you start to wonder, what are they going to use it for? You see that it's someone from Hong Kong, but that's all you know. So that's kind of exciting. Whatever. But besides that, today I went to I left some blood samples again. You know, they want to continue to check my status when it comes to my blood, and actually my urine as well. So I had to take a morning leak and go to the place and leave my little I'm not going to get into that, I guess. And after that, I went out to the rehearsal studio because I think I've told you that I've been like involved in 2 projects. The main band is called Capital 59. We are, we've been playing for quite some time now. And then it was this side project, and it was another guitarist in that band, but he's now moving to Spain, actually. He and his girlfriend is moving down there. So I met up with him and just helped him to get his things out of the rehearsal studio. It's a pity though. It's a really, really nice guy, a very good guitar player. And like me, he also is doing quite a lot of recording stuff and things like that. So I got to miss him for sure. But I wish him good luck. I hope he's going to have a good, good stay or live in actually down in, because they sold their apartment here in Stockholm and they went down. They're going to go down. I think they're going to move there in September. So they're going to take a long road trip all the way, like through parts of Europe until they land, you might say, into Spain later on. So it's going to be nice to hear a bit more about that. But that's my day today. Annalie, my wife, she went off. She took a train on Tuesday going down to visit her parents, which I think was good. Because we said it's better you do that now, because tomorrow, my oldest son, Adam, as we call him, well, his name is Adam. He's having vacation from his job at the gaming studio. He just also told me he got a raise when it comes to his pay. Yeah, again.
Wow.
The man is doing
stuff.
it. Yep. So it's a good thing before vacation and things like that. So yeah, we're getting into that part of the summer. I talked with one of the other team members yesterday, Janne, who's playing the keyboard and the Hammond organ. great musician and nice guy as well. And we just said, well, it's gonna be hard to find times to hook up now. So I think we just, take it easy and get together later on. For me, that's also good. I get some more time to take care of my problems with my arms and everything. I haven't come any further now since the MR wasn't taking place, and now I've left the blood. So we're going to see what the doctor says after that. But it's been, I have to say, it's been overall, for me, also a positive kind of week. It's been nice. It's been good. I can't complain about it. So, I've been watching, we're getting into that soon. Been watching quite some Tele, both when it comes to series, also a movie that I forgot. It was actually my youngest son, Isaac. Hey, we watched this movie. You forgot? Yes, I did forget. And I haven't forgot it because it's bad. It's actually good. And I figured, should I talk about it today or maybe wait until next time? I might wait until next time. But and of course I'm video gaming, but overall a good kind of mix of a week. So
sounds good.
With that said, yeah, it's good. With that said, I'm gonna pass the ball over to you. Yeah, I have been watching football as well. I actually watched the game yesterday as well when it comes to Slovenia and Portugal, right?
Was Slovenia always called Slovenia, or is that something new? I don't know.
Yeah.
Is that how the name has always been pronounced? Oh, I feel
they've been. You have Slovakia, you have Slovenia, you have. Let me see. I've been in these countries. That was like a tour we did quite a few years ago. But it wasn't all like back in the days. You have Yugoslavia was like one big country.
Yeah.
And then there was this like war going on in the I think 90s, right? So yeah, that's another story. But yeah.
Okay.
But it's interesting. I've enjoyed watching football again.
Same.
It was really, I've had nice evenings watching some football, like ending the evenings with football. So
that's what I've been doing. The same. I've been watching the Euros. Me and Ty sometimes we just sit down in here. He'll be sitting right there. I'll be here.
Good. Yeah.
We'll be watching the football. He's cheering for his team. He's shouting at the telly. I'm shouting at the telly.
Yeah,
just chill in the afternoon.
Shouting at the telly. I love that. That's like
kind of what you do.
Why? What are you doing? No, pass the ball. No, things like that.
The first question he asked me when he comes in is like, which team are we backing again? Is it the green one? Is it the blue one? Is it the white one? He just wants to know what color team to start shouting at. Basically,
that's good. That's good. Sometimes I remember, at least when I was a kid, since football was a part of my life quite early on, especially also since my father was a huge football fan overall. It was like when I was really young, it was more like, okay, I will pick the team that is actually winning. Like, I gonna share them, So. I actually also, hi, Miss A&R. I want to say hi to you as well. Hope you're fine. And there was something I wanted to say when it comes to you. Yeah, there's actually a movie I've seen that I think you would like. And as I said, I might get into that in the movie section. I think I'm actually going to talk about it. Darn it. But with that said, I want to hear more about you, Q, and your doings.
My week.
Yeah.
My week has been interesting. It's been a bit oh, by the way, Buggy, welcome to the podcast, Buggy. It's been a minute. Buggy's
Portugal, yeah.
Buggy's cool people. Are you watching the football, Buggy? By the way. But yeah, generally, my week has been strange. It's been a bit up and down.
Okay.
I haven't even been home for a portion of the beginning of the week. For this week, yeah. And it's been a bit all over the place. So where do I start?
I wish I could help you there, but I think you just have to, choose a starting point, and go from there.
So I took up a new job. I think we spoke about my work situation last episode. So I don't think I want to go into
for
detail.
Sure. Yeah.
About that. If you guys have any questions, I think watch the last episode and you can leave comments in there and I can respond to them in that episode if you want more clarity on certain things. But generally, I started a new job. I took a new job and
look at that. I didn't know that, bro.
I'm
Nice.
surprised I didn't tell you. I usually tell you everything what's going on before the show. So since Alex is away because she's taking care of her grand, she's helping her out, and it's just me and the lads, my sisters, and brother-in-law here helping out. But for the most part, I'm here and so forth. And if anything happens, I need to be available for Ty and be on call and all that kind of stuff. So I decided I'm going to take a job that's close to home, but also very low maintenance, so that way I can be available for Ty, because he hasn't really been coping well with his mom not being at home. Okay. And so I took up a job working for a company. I wasn't even sure what the job was when I took it. It just seems simple enough that I can do without having to put a lot of thought into. And essentially what they do is, the company's called Secure Empty Properties. And they hired me to, secure empty properties. I didn't fully understand what that entailed, but I know now.
Yeah, so, you know now. Yeah, exactly.
So
wait. So is this your first week?
This is my first week. I literally started on Monday, and
wow, nice. Congrats, bro. That's well done.
Thank you. Monday was interesting. So my first day, they actually had me get on a train and go all the way up to Stockport, which is at the base of Manchester. So for anyone wondering like how much of a distance that is for me, I'm right near London. So just considering that distance from all the way down by London, all the way up to Stockport, that's a long train ride, right?
It is for sure. Yeah.
It's like at least 3 to 4 hours or something so on the train. So I had to catch an early morning train for 7:15. So I dropped off Ty to this early morning breakfast club that he in the school, and then I was on the train to the train station. So I woke him up. We had our morning routine. He got all dressed up and everything. I told him, I gave him a banana because he couldn't have breakfast because they gave them breakfast there. So I was like, I'll just give him a banana. I don't want to waste the money we're paying for this breakfast club. Sure. And by the way, thanks to everyone in the chat for the congratulations. I appreciate it. But there's more. You will find out more about this job. So essentially, I then had to catch a train up to Stockport. And then from Stockport, I went to this place called Heslingden. So the manager from the job, he picked me up in Stockport and drove me up to Heslingden. And then I stayed in a town called Ramsbottom, right? I stayed in a
Never
hotel.
Heard of it, but yeah.
I hadn't heard of it before too. I mean, a town named after a ram's buttocks is quite an interesting name.
It is for sure. you get a bit curious. How did they come up with that name? But
I'm not
going to go that far.
I don't know. It's in the countryside. I did do some walking while I was in town. And it did smell like countryside. There was the smell of manure in the air, so it could have been ram's buttocks I was smelling. But I mean,
gotcha.
I'm just saying, okay. I don't know. But generally, I stayed at this hotel called I think it's Red Hall. I think is the name of the hotel. Absolutely wonderful. It was beautiful. It's in the countryside. You have a beautiful view of like just hills. And it's just clear. Like my window to my room was this massive window, and I just left it open. I was walking around in my pants and stuff, just casual. Because the only thing behind the window was this massive hill, and I was like, if anyone up that hill is like coming to like view, well, they would have had to go through a lot of work just to come to see me. So I was like, look,
yeah,
I am buttered. And I stayed at the hotel. It was nice. I had dinner. On the first night, I had a nice meal. It was really nice there at the hotel. And then I went for a walk. I went for a nice walk and did some. The reason I went all the way up there was to do some training for the job. But generally speaking, the training was like, it was honestly what I would consider to be a waste of time. And the reason I say that is because, and not a waste of time to me because I enjoyed my time, but I think for the company because they paid a reasonable amount of money to get me to come all the way up there. And the stuff that I learned was stuff I could have done. Half of it I could have done, not even half, maybe 70% I could have done on a computer. Because I was just looking at videos and reading along with stuff. So that stuff I could have just done at home.
Yeah, it could have been an online thing.
Pretty much.
A lot of it then, yeah.
Because it was more like safety and health and safety and that kind of stuff. But generally, cool gig. The company basically what they do is that when here in the UK, they have the laws I've been learning about where essentially, if someone has a property, let's say for example, you have an old commercial property and someone decides to squat on that property, you can't kick them off. It's like they've got a law to protect people squatting on your property. And so the only way you can prevent that is to secure your property. You know, you put sort of like material in front to block them from entering. And then you have security cameras and all that kind of stuff and alarms and all this sort of stuff to deter people from staying on your property. And so that's what the company does. So I am one of the blokes out on the field. I have safety gear, gloves, and all that kind of stuff, and I go in to these empty properties, and today we put up these metal sheets on windows and doors in this property, and that was it. It was basically just these metal sheets. My colleague he was just cutting the sheets, handing them to me. I just held them up to a window. Zit, 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 zit. Boom. That was it. Really?
That was it. Yeah.
Pretty simple. And here, the cool part is that for most of the day we're in the van, just getting there. I could literally just sit on my laptop and work on stuff like, you know, edit videos or whatever else, or write, or, you know, work on anything, to be honest, while I'm en route. And my colleague, he doesn't mind. He's like, look, if you want to bring your laptop and work, bro, it's all good. So generally really cool. The guy I work with, he's really cool lad. You know, we've only worked together for 1 day.
So you're most of the time like two guys together or something like that.
It's two guys. It's just me and him. It's just me and him. Yeah. He lives right around the corner from me. He just hops in the van and comes and picks me up in the morning. Quick question, Q, is that you playing 2B in SoulCalibur? That is me playing 2B. Yes, that was I'm not playing right now. Obviously, my hands are here. But I captured footage of 2B in SoulCalibur because that's the game I'll be talking about this week. So I needed footage of it. So anyway, I'm not that good. By the way, I'm terrible, but that's fine. But yeah, generally it was cool. I got to go to a new town I've not been to. I got to meet the people I'll be working with, which that was nice. Even like just going up north and just seeing just looking at the properties and walking around the countryside and stuff, and just seeing, wow, it's amazing. The cost of food there, ridiculously cheap. I paid, well, I didn't pay for it. They bought me food, but it was like £3 something, Rog. £3 something.
Yeah.
Where I live, you're lucky if you get away paying £6. For like
but that's typical when it's the bigger cities. Most likely it would cost more. It's usually like that. But this is cool. I think when you're talking about this, it's like, I don't know, it means that, you're going a bit here and there. There you have variation, and the job seems to be pretty cool. I got a feel, I had this summer job when I was like 15, when I was quite a lot outdoors together with the team, if you will. I think we were sometimes 3 actually. But it was definitely like that. We were like going, using maps. So we're going there now, one was driving, and, I really enjoyed that actually. Yeah. So I think, this sounds good. It's also interesting when you think about certain jobs and tasks or what you're doing. I haven't really thought about this, but of course someone has to do that as well, to secure like a property or something, maybe, as you're doing, but does this mean that you're gonna travel some, or is it gonna be like in some kind of radius or area around where you live?
It's in a radius from where I live. So it's in the, I guess you could call it lower Midlands. It's more around, like London area sort of thing. So it usually takes about an hour and a half to get to anywhere that we need to go, and I'm usually back home before I'm back home like 4 o'clock in the afternoon, 5 o'clock in the afternoon. So I'm home at a reasonable time. I don't have to. Yeah, it's really nice. The other thing too is, like, unlike my previous job, I don't have to bring work home, so I can spend time with my kids. I can spend time with my family. Yes. I can do things that I want to do. I don't have to think about work when I'm not working. I can just relax. I can focus on stuff I want to do, which, stuff with the site, stuff with content creation. So I have more mental, like, I'm right now not thinking about work. I have work in the morning, don't have to think about it. I just turn up, and I don't even have to turn up. I just have to walk out my door, and I'm going to be picked up. So it's all good. Yeah. And generally I like, I mean, I'm looking forward to it. Obviously it's not something that I want to do forever, obviously.
No, exactly. And you don't have to. But I mean, it sounds like a good gig now.
Yes.
To see how it turns out to be. But I think, as you described it, I mean, we've talked about this before, and that was the thing I also liked with working at Arlanda with security. It was like, I do my thing. I know what I'm doing. I'm doing this, and then I go home, and I don't have to think about it because I don't have the I have responsibility, of course, but it's not in my hands when it comes to the overall picture. That's the company's thing.
Yeah.
So, and that means, as you said, you get more time for yourself, especially if you have those working times. It sounds good. When do you start in the morning?
So, my contracted hours is 8:30 to 5:30, but I started this morning at 8. Tomorrow it's going to be 8:15. So I'm starting earlier than my contracted hours, but they pay overtime. So I'll get an hour and an hour and a third worth of pay for that time I'm starting earlier, which is good. Because with my previous job, I didn't get paid overtime. You know
exactly.
So even if I worked straight through midnight or something, I got nothing. At least with this one, if I do decide to put in extra hours, I get paid more, and that's brilliant. And with my colleague, it's all about getting the job done properly, to a high quality. But you don't have to kill yourself on a job. You go, you get the job done, and you go home. And
yes.
To me, that is beautiful.
No, again, it sounds good. I'm happy for you, and I hope it's gonna continue to feel good, and you get a good rhythm and everything. It sounds like it already 3 days in,
Yep.
And as Nalu says, I think it depends on who you are, of course. Sometimes in your life you maybe want something more, whatever, challenging or something like that. But at the same time, as you're writing there, that's the best kind of job. In many ways, it is.
Yeah,
because you and also if it's a job where you don't totally tear yourself apart, like physical wise, or because your last job was very taxing when it comes to mental wise.
It
as
was
you said, because it was always on, and that becomes really hard after some time. It's taxing. It takes a lot of energy. It's hard to turn it off. It's like you try to switch off, but it doesn't really. The switch doesn't work.
To be honest, I think it gave me a bit of anxiety, the last one, because it always felt like at any moment they'd call me for something. And again, it wasn't I think the thing is, I don't mind pushing myself and putting in a lot of effort for a job. No. If it means that I'm being rewarded properly, I'm getting what I am due. So you're paying me the salary that I'm worth. You're giving me the resources that I need to complete the job. You are, a really supportive environment in that regard, and I didn't really have that in that sense. Equipment was fine. Like they made sure I had the equipment, but everything else didn't have it. And then the salary was just not enough for me to feel motivated in the long run. At the end of the day, it was like what I'm working for right now is partial to what I was earning as a manager of 2 companies marketing, managing the marketing for 2 companies, not one, 2 companies. And getting paid partial to what I'm earning for a job that I don't have to take home or have to think about at the end of the day. That to me, I'm happy. I'm absolutely happy with that.
Yeah.
So, generally speaking, I feel fine. I'm good. I'm in a good mental state at the moment. I came in early and I was laying down. And Alex called me and she was like, she wanted to talk to me, but I was laying down. But the thing is that I wasn't laying on because I was tired from work. I was laying on because I didn't have lunch.
Oops,
It took the wind out of me when I got in. I didn't have lunch and I was just laying down on the sofa. And I just I fell asleep. Usually when I don't eat, I get really my energy levels start dipping and stuff like that.
Everyone does. I've said it before, and I know but I'm going to say it again. Be careful with that. You have to eat your meals.
I do. And the guy I work with, really cool guy. He's in his 50s. He takes really good care of himself. Doesn't drink. Doesn't smoke. He just eats well. Takes care of himself. The guy, and he's fit. He's fit for a guy in his 50s.
Yeah.
You wouldn't assume he's in his 50s, but my God, the guy is in good shape. I told him about you actually. I was like, I have a mate who's just like you. He's fit. He's in his 50s. Looks great. So
yeah, you see,
it's pretty good. Because he was saying to me, he's got a few mates of his who their hands are shaking and they've got to use walking sticks and all sort of stuff. And it really is how you take care of your body when you're younger is what dictates how you're going to be as you get older. And, knowing that there are people who have taken care of themselves to the point where when they do get older, they age, like with grace instead of aging poorly is a good thing. It's pretty good in that regard. Pretty good. Can't complain. Happy about that. I think with that, I don't want to jump any further into my week because the rest of it is probably just semantical. There's not really much I can't think of anything eventful that happened. Probably there did happen to be something eventful during the week, but I can't remember it. So I think I just want to jump straight into feature me games and just straight onto the game that's on screen and the title of the episode of the podcast, which is it worth playing SoulCalibur 6 on the Steam Deck? And the answer is, on the short end, is yes. During this trip I took up north, I had my Steam Deck with me and I played it on the train back and forth. And SoulCalibur was one of the games I installed on my Steam Deck. You can pick up SoulCalibur right now. There's a Steam sale going on, which Rog mentioned in the last episode. But generally, it's really cheap. You get the premium platinum edition or whatever edition of the game, which has all the characters unlocked. And I started playing with my girl P2B from Near Automata, and I love it. And I have to say, SoulCalibur on the Steam Deck runs really well. It looks great. It is exceptional. I'm just loving the Steam Deck. There were other games I played. And there's another one I want to talk about, which I'll probably talk about next week. It's a music game. Someone remind me about that, Nalu, or one of you just remind me in the chat or something on Discord or something. Remind me to talk about the music game next week so I don't forget, because me being me, I probably will. But yeah, generally, just SoulCalibur has been great on the Steam Deck. I have to say the graphics look great. The fluidity looks great. The gameplay scene right now is captured on my PC. That's only because I was in a rush to just have some footage for the podcast. I think next time I talk about a Steam Deck game, I'm going to try to set up a tripod and everything and record off the Steam Deck so you can actually see what it looks like. But
that could be fun. It'd be fun to see from that perspective as well. But as I'm watching the gameplay, and you and I talked a bit just before we press the record button for the podcast. I mean, even though I mainly focus on other games or genres now, I still have a heart for fighting games, and I did play quite some SoulCalibur back in the days. I've always enjoyed this series, and most of the time the games have been looking good through the years. I see this is no exception. It looks great. Yeah, really looks good.
It's a great game. SoulCalibur 6 on the Steam Deck, absolutely highly recommended by me. I can't say enough. This is a great game, and you should probably pick it up right now. Let me actually see the price. Steam has it on right now.
Yeah, what is it?
So I can give you guys the exact price. SoulCalibur. It's one word. It is $4.99 right now on Steam sale for the base game. I obviously would not recommend picking up the base game because obviously it comes without anything. Go for the deluxe edition, which is £11.99. If you're like me, you can probably pick it up from maybe a third party like CD Keys and probably get it even cheaper. So if I look at the game on CD Keys, let's see how much it's going for. It's £3.99 on CD Keys. $8.99 for the deluxe edition. So you pay a little bit less than you pay on Steam for CD Keys, but hey, it saves you money. So I would say, pick it up. SoulCalibur 6 is worth it on the Steam Deck. It's a great game. Looks good. Plays good. And I'm playing through the campaign mode again. I beat the campaign previously on I think PlayStation 4. And I'm playing through again on the Steam Deck, and I'm enjoying it. I'm absolutely enjoying it on the Steam Deck. I think I'm going to run through the whole campaign, have a good laugh. You don't, unlike in olden times, you used to unlock characters in games like SoulCalibur. I don't think it has that feature anymore. At least I don't know if it does. But I'm going to play through the campaign and try to enjoy myself as much as possible playing it, so it's a great game. Cool. Highly recommended on the Steam Deck. Rog, what have you been playing?
A little bit of this, a little bit of that, as always, I guess. Yesterday, I was actually streaming the finals again. I still have fun coming into this game once in a while. It's not one of those games that I want to play like every week or continue to play every week. But It's fun to come into it once in a while. As I've said, they are struggling a bit now, months and months after release, to keep up the player base. It's hard competition out there. You and I, we've touched base about this many times. And I think that goes also for, X-Defiant when it comes to another free-to-play shooter, Ubisoft's free-to-play shooter. It was a release yesterday when it comes to, like, it has started now for real. Before it was the pre-season, now it's season 1 that has started. And I saw the roadmap regarding this quite, beforehand. And it looks okay. I wish most of the time when I see something like that and then it gets released, I most of the time I wish it would be more content already from the start, especially considering that those, and I say those that are playing it like almost every day or at least quite a few times a week, which I'm not actually, and there are reasons for that. But then you know how fast it goes, and then after some time, I wish there was a new map. I wish there was another character. I wish there was another camo I could grind for, things like that. And it's gonna be. But they had some problems. I saw that it was maintenance plan when it comes to the servers after they had implemented like the season 1 update. So that was, but it took longer time. I have a feeling that it has happened before when it comes to Ubisoft and their servers, definitely. And I think it affected more than just X-Defiant. It could have been also with R6, not sure. But even so, they got it going. I played a bit today just to check it out. But there we are again. You have the battle pass, and if you don't want to pay, like buy the battle pass, it will take a long time for you to get to some of the, like, there are 2 new guns. There's I think there's a new AR assault rifle and a new sniper. And of course, I would like to have the L115 sniper, but that it will take some time. And I'm not sure if I want to grind that long for that because I don't want to pay. I don't want to put money into this guy. I said it before. The game still performs so-so. They still have problem with the netcode and hit reg in this game. And for me, that is... if I'm gonna oversee a thing like that, the game has to be really interesting, captivating, if you will. Really like, I so enjoyed playing this that I can like overlook the fact that it's not playing that great, but I can't. So for me, it's still my short saying is this. Well, okay, congratulations, season 1 has started, but how about the netcode and those issues that has been discussed like for weeks or months or even up to a year now? Question mark. So
question mark
see.
Indeed. I mean, granted, that kind of is the territory when it comes to these online games, is that it's things are constantly changing, sometimes for the better, sometimes for the worse. And they live and die based on the community at the end of the day. If the community embraces whatever the developers are doing, great. But I think when you make it too grindy and, all that kind of stuff, I think for me, generally, that's not a good sign for me.
No, that can become, like exactly. Because that's the new character, one of the, I mean, because this shooter also has some hero shooter elements. We talked about that. And some people like that, some don't. I am a bit in between. I think some of the abilities are quite annoying. There's this, one of the characters can send out a mechanical little spider. And what happens is if it finds you, it jumps up and attaches to the face, like a face hugger in Alien, in the Alien movies. And like, you can't do anything. Actually, there was a bug in the game where you could shoot it even though it was on your face, which was kind of good because then you could at least, like, how do you say, counter it, if that makes sense. You can also shoot it when it's on the ground if you're quick enough, right? But imagine, since there's no limit when it comes to the, how do you say, characters in X-Defiant, meaning that if you're playing like, what is it now? Is it 5v5 or 6v6? I think it's 5v5. But imagine if 3 guys have the same ability.
Yeah.
I recorded a clip. I think I fortunately erased it now, where I am getting one spider on my face. My health goes down. It falls off. I move 1.5 meter. Number 2 comes in. My health goes down. I move around a corner, and number 3 comes in. and I die. It's like,
Waste.
okay.
Absolute waste.
So with that said, so what people are not too happy about when it comes to this ability, alongside with the fact that also, I've talked about one character can have like wall hack, not only for that player that uses that character, but for the whole team to see. Wow. Everyone sees where everyone is. Now, I'm not a big fan of that. But anywho, this spider, what they did, they fixed the bug. So you can't shoot it off your face now. So it means if it sits there until it's done with like taking down the health. So it's like really it's not so many ways to counter it. Maybe a friend comes by and shoot it from your face, whatever have you. But yeah, I just wanted to mention these things because I see that's something they are discussing right now. One of those things that a lot of players don't appreciate at the moment. But we'll see. I'm sitting kind of in between. I'm playing this game a bit. I've done it. I mean, I've done some content, some videos. I actually did a. Well, that was more like the gameplay happened to be X-defined, but I did show how to find like a sensitivity that might suit you when you're playing with keyboard and mouse and things like that. So, but there you go. That's been what I've been doing now. I will definitely move on also now and play other games. And as I said, from being a FPS gamer, of course, I'm very interested to see how, as we talked about before, the next upcoming Call of Duty game will be, meaning Black Ops 6 with this Omni movement and everything that they are pushing now. So, and that's also, I think it might be tough for X-Defined later on, even though it will most likely be able to coexist, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But I do think if Black Ops 6 will do well, if we put it like that, and the fact, as we said, it's going to be released on Xbox Game Pass, which is a huge thing, then it's going to be tough. Because remember this, the only way to play this free-to-play shooter, meaning X-Defined by Ubisoft, is to play it through their launcher. It's not on Steam, which I think is a huge mistake. So, yeah. I mean, that's my gaming friendos.
I honestly think I think Call of Duty is gonna do well. I think any shooter that right now that's thinking about coming out and competing in that space, you got to come real good if you want to at least take a bit of that pie, because at the end of the day, Call of Duty has the brand name, they've got the status, they've got the backing of Microsoft, so they've got the money. There's no problems there. I think they'll do well. My first Calibur game was SoulCalibur 2 on the PlayStation 2. SoulCalibur 2 was a classic, Nalu. And yeah, I think, what was my first SoulCalibur? Mine was on the GameCube. I think it was 2 as well. I think it was 2.
Yeah, an ultimate version as well, like they did with Smash Bros. That's actually a good suggestion. Smash Bros has been a game that both my sons has played a lot. It's like they have, oh my god, Captain Falco. I think that's what Adam has played or used the most when it comes to the characters. And what is the name of the big guy? Oh god, I need to huh?
With a Twitter show?
No, I gotta find this out because
it's not Bowser.
Isaac has been using. Oh, I need to.
Ganon. I'm thinking big guy.
I'm gonna fix this. Don't you guys? Don't you worry. But we can move on. I mean, don't stop here. Just
let's jump into some Tele. So
I had amnesia. So yeah.
For me and the watching of the Tele, I haven't really watched a lot of Tele that's new per se this week. I think what I've been watching is just sort of continuing on with what I was watching from before. So I haven't really watched anything that I would consider to be new or exciting that I want to share from a Tele perspective. Again, I wasn't home and most of what I was watching was football while I was on the road.
Yeah,
so
but that's not
a lot of Tele watching per se. I think pretty much everything else I've been watching, I've just continued for the most part with Delicious in Dungeon. And that's amazing. That's absolutely amazing. So I can't say that
I've seen you been watching that. I see. Okay, now he's onto that again. That's good.
It's so good. It's absolutely so good. It is beautiful. I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving Delicious in Dungeon. I am quite far in, and I think it's good. I think it's brilliant. So I haven't really been watching anything else. I still do need to start some series like the one that we spoke about. Man, I'm trying to remember the name of it. The one we spoke about last week with the Lord of the was no, not Lord of the Rings. Game of Thrones.
No, House of Dragons.
House of Dragons, that's it. So I still need to watch House of Dragons. And then you watching The Boys already. I haven't seen The Boys, so I need to see The Boys, the new season. I haven't started that yet. But I will probably start it tonight. I've got time. I can chill.
Yeah, do that if you can, because it would be nice to talk about it from that kind of perspective. You also watching it, but
yeah, I think maybe next week. So what I'll do is I'll dedicate myself to watching The Boys this week, and then next week we can just jump in and just sort of rip it apart. I think that would be pretty cool. Rip it apart like Homelander rips apart people's chests.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Well, pew pew pew. Well, but maybe I should take it on from there, because as you know, I and I'm laughing. I think The Boys is amazing. I am one of those sick bastards that laugh so much when these gross scenes are happening. I'm like, and everyone's like, "What? That's not funny." Yes, it is funny.
It's beautiful.
But it's good. It is good, and it's definitely worth watching. I think The Boys is great. And I also gonna keep up with House of Dragons. I haven't watched the newest episode. I might do that after we're done with the podcast, actually, because I want to continue. It's definitely a-okay, as I hinted before. I think for me, The Boys is like even more hot as a series, but it's cool even so. But I wanted, since we then not going like much into detail, but like what's happening in the actual episodes, maybe. Well, I've seen The Acolyte too. Actually, I saw The Acolyte before the podcast started, the newest episode, and it's still very slow for me, and the script isn't that great. They did the thing where they are spoiler now coming when it comes to Acolyte. The two twin characters like swap place a bit, like the bad one got into the a ship together with one of the Jedi masters, and the other one got taken by the bad guy, meaning one of this Sith person. And I was kind of expecting that it was coming for sure. But yeah, that's basically what's going on right there. I as I said, I'm watching it. I can't say that I'm very, very engaged in the series, but I will follow it through. I will. I want to know. I've seen is it 6 episodes now, and I want to continue to see where it goes. But there's one thing I do want to mention, and this is a bit towards each of you guys that might, like me, also once in a while like to watch a horror movie, a good horror movie. And I'm thinking, I'm not sure if Alex is still around, Mrs. But I have been watching together with Isaac a movie that is related to an old series of horror movies. And that is a movie called The First Omen. And The First Omen was made this year. But it's a prequel to the first Omen, which was called The Omen, and that was released already back in 1976. And it was starring the legendary Gregory Peck, the actor. And what they've done here, as I said, is a prequel. It's about a young woman that is about to become a nun, and she comes to Rome in Italy. And I like that. That's great, because the whole
that's where all the horror movies happen.
Yeah, exactly. True horror for sure. And you understand that, well, there's things going on here that isn't like just God and Jesus and whatnot. So I like this movie. It has a 6.5 on IMDb. I would give it a 7 or 7.5 for sure. Oof. And I think it also had, without spoiling, it had a nice end that leads into, you understand what's happening, like leading into the first Omen. That was, the first film that was made in 1976. So that was a good one. No, this was good. I enjoyed it. It had a tone, and but of course, it's also made by wait. The director was Arkasha Stevenson. Okay, yeah. Well, was something else that I want to say about this, but no, it's just worth worthwhile. It was good. If you like a horror movie, I can recommend this. Of course, it's cool if you have seen maybe Omen. I've seen them. Isn't it like 3 movies? Omen 1, Omen 2, Omen 3. Yeah, but basically what that is that it's a person, a boy, that is like Antichrist or Antichrist that is born. And this is, as said, before he comes around. So, well, it leads up to it, if that makes sense. But yeah. So I just wanted to talk about that and say it, and we'll see about that.
If there's any redeeming factor for me potentially watching this, like the only thing why I would probably watch something like this is because Bill Nye is in it, and I do like Bill Nye. I think he's awesome.
Ah, yeah. Look at that now. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
The casting overall was good. It was, when you feel that, like, maybe not 100%, but 95% of the roles and the casting was like, it felt good. It was like, yes, you are the right person for this. Of course, that has to do with the script as well. I think that's what's lacking when we talked about Star Wars Acolyte. It's like, okay, problem with the script, or the story doesn't really run that well, and then some of the actors aren't like top notch. I see you writing there now, the Star Wars is officially dead. Well, I would say this, at least when it comes to what a lot of the things that Disney has been doing the last year, yes, to a certain extent, yes.
I feel like they've killed it. But that being said, looking at this horror movie has there's some listings of some films underneath it that I would like to see. One of them being the Underworld's sort of collection of films.
Oh, you haven't seen that?
I have seen some of them, but I can't remember the plot line of any of it.
Cool.
So I feel like getting it and just watching it all over again.
We're talking Kate Beckinsale,
I'm just love alert,
Love alert. We're talking a tight suit and Kate Beckinsale.
Love alert.
She's British, yeah.
I didn't know she was British. To be honest, is she?
Oh, listen, she is a funny lady for sure. I have heard some interviews with her. Also, when she had to learn or speak with an American accent, and it was really funny when she explained that. She was in one of those talk shows. I'm not sure which one, but check her out when if you find a clip on YouTube. She's quite hilarious from time to time. She seems to be fun to like hang around, talk, just shit. But she's good in those movies. Not every one of the Underworld movies are great,
obviously,
but they're quite entertaining. This clash or these fights between the Lycans, meaning the werewolves, and the vampires.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think I will. I think what I'll do is there's an Ultimate Collection Blu-ray on Amazon. I could just put just that. There's a HMV in town. I can basically just pop in there and see if they have it. I mean, they have a bunch of classic stuff. They might have that.
Now that's cool.
Let me actually check Underworld and type that on HMV's website. They must have a website, don't they? Let me see. HMV. They've got it. Like, because they have a lot of classic films and DVDs and all this sort of stuff. And I wouldn't mind having a few like classic collections, like excuse me, like something like this. They've got one of the films on DVD. I don't want to watch DVD. They've got a Blu-ray of one of the films, but there's no collection. Where's the why are you selling individual films? Just sell the collection so I can come in and buy.
Yeah, exactly. Give me the box, please.
Yeah, I don't want to watch one film on DVD. Give me a Blu-ray with all of them on it so I can watch all the films together. They don't have that, so I'll have to buy it from Amazon. Sorry, HMV, I was going to give you my money, but you don't have what I want.
You didn't want them, did you? No.
They didn't want my money, honestly. I could pay 28 quid and I get the Ultimate Collection, which includes... I'm assuming it includes all the films in one package, and that's what I assume anyway. If you say Ultimate Collection, then I'm assuming all the films are in there. So I think 28 quid for the Ultimate Collection. I'll add that to my potential pickup list, and I will grab that.
Cool.
It says dispatch from Amazon US though. Ugh.
Yeah, I watched one of the Underworld movies not too long ago. It must have been just maybe 3 months ago or something, because
Mhm.
I needed to see Kate Beckinsale in a
Of
tight
course you
suit
did.
again. Of course I did. Yes, I'm a man. Okay, so what? And no, I've always been into these like fantasy stuff, and of course also a good, like, if there's vampires around,
Mhm.
great, check. Okay, lycans, like werewolves. Oh, check, double check. So
Mhm.
good. Yeah,
Classic stuff. Classic stuff.
yeah.
I'm happy for that.
They are there like one, two, three, four, are there
Five films.
five
Yeah.
five films?
I
Yes,
didn't
yes, I
even
saw
realize it
that
was
now.
that much. I thought it was just three, to be honest. I always thought there were three films.
No,
And
I thought it was four, but
really,
yes, five. Cool. Okay, there we
yeah.
go.
I'm down to watch it out. I think that'll be
Yeah,
interesting.
and Nalu is looking forward to some more anime. I think Ranma half one or half remake. Yeah,
Sorry, what's that?
I had to Google that because I didn't know what it was. No, it was like
Uh,
new Ranma. What? Yeah.
Fairy Tail's making a comeback. I don't care about that because Fairy Tail is pretty. Fairy Tail doesn't have a good stories, good animation, great looking characters. The stories, it doesn't go anywhere. Let me see, Princess Mononoke. That's a classic. You know, that's brilliant. And Renma, yeah, I'm not really. I didn't watch the original Renma, so I don't actually have any. I don't know. Like when I was younger, I would see you'd buy these DVDs and they'd have like anime on it, like a set of anime, and I'd see Renma and I'd always think to myself, it looks like crap. Maybe I'm wrong for thinking that. I just never saw it as something that I would watch. I was just like, no. And you know what's one of the funniest things though? I used to think the same thing about One Piece, and then I actually watched One Piece and I was like, oh my god, this thing is amazing. Like this is the best thing since sliced bread. Which, speaking of which, the new One Piece chapter is going to be out tomorrow, and I am going to be partaking in the list in the viewing of the new chapter. I mean, to be honest, the next chapter comes out in Japan tomorrow. It comes out in the West on Sunday, but you know, look.
Yeah. Well,
we all know.
Ways. Yeah.
Everyone reads the scans. You know, those of us that care a bit more, we purchase a subscription, but I don't even read the subscription. I read from the scans because the scans come out first, and you know, as far as I'm concerned, once you pay the subscription, yeah, you are entitled to read scans early because then what would be the point? You know, so yeah, generally, what Viz needs to do and Shonen Jump is release day in day, just like when it comes out in Japan, it comes out in the West, so that way ain't nobody got no reason to go reading scans. You know, that's it. But
that's it. Yeah.
They don't do that. So the scan laters, they make sure and get the chapters out early, and people get to read them on time. Yeah. So I mean,
but it's interesting what you said. I mean, I was just thinking freely here when it comes to, you know, you see something and you think, no, I'm not going to watch that. It doesn't look good. It's not going to be my thing. And then you actually give it a chance. And sometimes you do get surprised, as you were talking regarding One Piece and things like that. I've had a few of those as well. When no, I'm not going to watch that, and then when you do, you actually like it, and you continue to watch. I'm not saying that Ranma is that thing for you, since you do watch much more anime than I do. But even so, you know, at least Naolo thinks it's hilarious. I can see that. So yeah,
sounds good.
Sounds good. Who knows?
That's the thing.
Yeah.
I think we've got a podcast. Have we spoken about everything?
I think so. We have been not touching grass, but touching base when it comes to a lot of things, tele and gaming and our beautiful lives. So yeah, I would say yes.
Sounds brilliant. My smart speaker just disconnected from my internet for some reason. I think my network is overloaded with devices, to be honest. Remember is about a boy who fell into a pond of a law school, and now every time he gets hit with a cold water, yeah, I think that's the reason I didn't like it.
Okay.
I think that's the reason I didn't like the idea of this guy turning into a girl all the time. I was like, I can't waifu the girl version of him because I know she's actually a bloke. So that to me, it ruined it for me.
There we go. Okay.
Yeah. Actually, there was a game I was playing, really nice waifu art. I was like, oh, this game is brilliant. And I found out the beginning of the game, it starts off with this bloke who something happens to him and then he becomes a waifu, and I was like, nope, I am not interested in this This fake waifu.
It's not working.
It doesn't work for my headcanon. I don't know. I'm just not into that. That's just not my cup of tea. So I was just like, not attracted to that. He's a bando, you know. Just in my head, I think there's an anime called Friesen, if I'm correct. You guys can correct me. And there's a similar concept or something like that in there, where a bloke character turns into a waifu, or a waifu into a bloke. I can't remember how it works. Either way, can't work with that. Akane is hilarious. Sundere, though, who's Akane? Is she a character, and is she an actual waifu, or is she just a bando in waifu form? You know, ooh. When I Google it,
bro, you were right. Friesen, right?
Yeah,
that's a TV series from 2011.
Let me see.
I think
it should be an anime.
Yeah, it is for sure. In the near future, the Earth is threatened by beings called Nova. The only way to defeat these creatures is to use the Pandora's genetically modified daughters, alongside with the limiters, capable of nullifying the effect of the Novas. It has a 6.7 out of 10 on IMDb.
The artwork in this is exceptional. I think I'm thinking about something else now. Because the anime I was thinking about had a blue hair waifu, and that blue hair waifu
maybe exactly. Maybe this is something else.
Maybe it is, maybe not. But Friesen is one of those you can't watch this on you can't watch this like that. I'm just for the research of the show. Like I'll go watch it again just for the research. You know, to just be sure for you guys. Let me just see. I'll go watch it myself in my downtime just for the research, for the culture, of course, and
for scientific reasons, you know.
Of course. But once I've confirmed it's not what I think it is, then pretty much.
Good.
Yeah,
but that sounds good.
It's added to my watch list on Crunchyroll. Very nice. When it's nice, do it twice. All right, so with that, how about we get out of here, Raj? Anything you gotta say before we get out of this leveler?
Yeah, the leveler is soon over. So with that said, thank you guys for being here. Very much appreciated that you are taking your time, listen to me and Q talking about our lives, stuff that has happened, the good, the bad, whatever. And of course, also talking about what we like to watch and also play when it comes to video games. Maybe you got a tip, maybe you didn't. But I hope to talk to you next week as well. So with that said, my friends, stay healthy, have a good time, and muffin and out.
Beautiful as always. I just want to say, since Nalu didn't mention that new anime season has started. Anime that I'm just looking over the top of Crunchyroll, and I'm saying there's some anime, I don't know if this is new or anything like that, but the ones that I seem to be quite interested in based on just the artwork alone. Misfits of Demon King Academy 2. I don't know what that is about. There's another one called Sengoku Yuku, the Reformer sibling arc. That looks actually interesting. Artwork looks amazing. Tower of God. I've actually heard about this. I think it looks good. I think my missus has been watching that. Yeah, that's it.
That's it. Okay, fine.
Yeah, that's it. I don't think there's anything else I want to watch. I don't think so. So with that, if you guys want to find Rog, he's at 40 Splash pretty much everywhere. That's number 40.SPLISH. He streams on a Tuesday and a Sunday. That's correct?
Correct.
Ooh, beautiful. You can find me at LP Garden. It's Garden to you pretty much everywhere else. LPGRDIN. You can find us at Simply Binge at Simply Binge UK, pretty much all over the place. Those are on the screen for those of you watching on YouTube. You will be able to, or Google Podcasts, YouTube. Is it YouTube Music? YouTube Music. If you're watching YouTube Music or on YouTube, you'll be able to see those the names on the screen. If you guys have any comments or any questions you want to ask us, you can leave them in the chat if you're watching in post, and we will respond to them. And if any ideas, any things you guys would like us to check out, you can also leave those in the chat, and we will try our best to check it out. As you know, Raj and I have two different types of taste when it comes to films and games and so forth. So when you make your recommendations, please be mindful. If you're going to recommend me a horror thing, I'm probably just going to say no. And if you're going to recommend Raj a romantic comedy, he's probably going to say yes, because he still likes romantic comedies.
Do I? I didn't know that. Thank you for enlightening me.
And of course, he will also pick up every JRPG you recommend to him as well, because he doesn't like first-person shooters. But
well, you got it all right, didn't you?
I know, perfect. So keep in mind, but we'd love the suggestions, because sometimes there are weeks when I don't even know what the hell I want to watch or what I want to play, and when I get a nice good suggestion, I think Nalu recommended something a couple weeks ago, and it turned out to be really good, and I enjoyed it. I think that was the anime with the elf princess or something like that. Elf princess something, Labala, demon something. It was great. I enjoyed it. So feel free to make some recommendations. We'll check them out. And with that, as always, we wouldn't like guys to miss out on any episodes of That Beautiful Life podcast. Many beautiful people like to subscribe to this podcast on Castbox, Acast, Spotify, iTunes, YouTube, simply binge.com and elsewhere. And we're so confident they're going to like it that we're giving away for free. So, as always, guys, this has been queued for your pleasure. It's a wrap. Nalu's is saying that I should check Discord in a minute. I do recommend you guys check out our Discord. If you want to have like conversations about the podcast, there should be a link somewhere in here to join the Discord, and you can chat and share your stuff that you want us to check out and stuff in there as well, and we'll be able to see that. I think there's an anime chat in there where you can recommend anime. I'm assuming that's what Nalu is alluding to. Yeah, there's a comment from Nalu. That far did I just watch? Anime is called, I don't know how to say that. Satsuksu? I don't know. My Japanese is terrible. Tatsukitsu, Fate of the Majority. But already it's messed up. Yeah, I'm not gonna watch that. If you think it's messed up, I ain't gonna watch it. It's not gonna happen, Nalu. So yeah, you guys can check it. Oh, Nalu also sent me a direct message, a DM. Ooh, it's an anime called, this looks good. How do you say that? Camphor. That is the one. It is Camphor. That's the one with the bloke with the bando who was like, it's Camphor. It's Camphor. Nalu knew it.
Yeah. Nalu wrote it quite early on here when we were talking about.
Did he?
Yeah, he's saying you're thinking Camphor.
Right.
That's what he wrote. Yeah.
But for research reasons, I still need to go watch Freezing again to to be sure it's not Freezing, of course. So It could be Camphor. It could be. But because I'm not sure about for myself, and I'm not doing this for me. I'm doing this for you guys.
No, exactly. It's as we said, for scientific reasons.
Exactly. So I will go and watch Freezing again just to be sure, and I recommend you do the same as well.
Be sure.
All right,
dude. Yeah.
I'm free. I actually don't have to do anything today, Leveler.
Exactly. Good.
Except I do need to finish cleaning my room. It's still a mess. I still need to clean it. It's horrible.
Well,
you guys can't see over there, but
but one thing at a time. You don't have to do it all this evening. Make your bit here and there.
Yeah, you say that, but my mental state. If I don't do this evening, I'm gonna be like, oh no, I can't even breathe. But then as well, I'll probably just go on Lead On and just chill. Who knows? We'll see. Maybe I'll play some Steam Deck and watch some anime and stuff.
Yeah, do that. Give yourself a treat, some rest and everything, because
The days never have enough hours. They never do.
They never do.
Raj, what are you gonna do?
Yes, as said, I think I might actually go and check out the latest episode when it comes to House of Dragons.
Okay.
So that's it's waiting for me.
You watching it alone or you watching with Anli?
No, Annalie is away. I think I told you, maybe
you did. I forgot.
I'm pretty sure I did. Yes, I did. She's down visiting her parents. She took a train on Tuesday morning, so she will be back on Sunday.
You can still watch it with her.
Yeah.
You can, right? All you have to do is
I know.
Just tell Annie, jump on Discord. You make a chat, put the film in there. That is true. And just watch it with her. Simple as that.
That is true. Actually,
is Annie on Discord?
Did she? I think she is actually.
Yeah.
Because I told her you gotta have Discord because our boys are mainly writing through Discord. So if you want the inside info and get it first, then you need Discord.
I've been trying to convince my whole family to join Discord so I don't have to be on WhatsApp.
Yeah. Yeah, it is pretty good. I like Discord actually. It's
it's pretty cool. It's better than WhatsApp and all those other messaging apps. It works.
Yeah.
So many options. But yes, you can watch it with her on Discord. and she can join in, and it'll be awesome. So yeah.
Yep.
Oh, you know what I forgot this week? It was actually my anniversary this week. Actually, on the first of July was actually my anniversary, and yeah, that's one of the things I forgot.
Oh, really? Cool.
Yeah. I got the missus something, and she was happy. So I did decide to mess with her though. I got her this bouquet, and then when it arrived, she messaged me to ask me if it was me who sent it, and I lied. I said no, it wasn't me. I don't know what you're talking about. What bouquet? And she was like, yeah, there's a bouquet, and it has a card and everything, and it I was like, huh?
Bro, good you talked about that before, because we have anniversary on the 15th.
Ooh.
Yeah. Okay, I have to remember that because we've been together for so long now. It's so. But actually, it's almost like annually also. Oh yeah, it's the 15th tomorrow. Like that. It's like, yeah, we'll look at that now. Yeah.
You know what? You could do what I did. I don't know if this way. I got my missus. It was expensive though. Like getting stuff for anniversaries is so expensive. But anyway, point is, I got like a bouquet that was made of fruit and chocolates. So
nice.
It looked like a really nice bouquet, like flowers and stuff, but it was actual fruit, so you can eat it. So.
That's good.
And chocolates.
Yeah, that's good.
And ladies like chocolate, so it works out really nicely.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah. I said to my missus, I don't want anything. I was like, all the stuff I want is super expensive. Don't get me anything for my anniversary. Like the stuff I want is not flowers and fruits and stuff. The stuff I want is like expensive things, like like Steam decks and stuff, and expensive laptops and all. Nah, it's all right.
We still want those like hard gifts, like parcels with you can like. No socks, no. Yeah, we appreciate that too nowadays, at least.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a bit like that.
Pretty much.
The boy is still present in us.
They will never go away.
No.